Do you know the truth that nobody tells you about English for travel? To communicate well and enjoy a lot, you don't need to know thousands of words, and you don't need hundreds of long and impractical sentence constructions. Don't be scared by what I'm going to say, and remember this number, 137. That's what you need. 137 key words that will take you anywhere in the world. From this video, your view about English for travel will change, especially if you have been in an international airport looking at English signs, wanting to ask for simple information, but freezing completely. Or if you were in a restaurant abroad, dying to try that special dish, but without courage to ask the waiter. How many incredible opportunities to meet local people, discover authentic places, or solve simple situations did you lose because of this barrier of thinking you need to be fluent in English to explore the world? Hi, it's a pleasure to have you here at Slow English, Fast Learning, the channel where we teach English to beginners and intermediate students, speaking clearly and slowly for better student comprehension. I am Charlie, and in this video, you will discover the secret of 137 words that will transform your travels forever. That's right, only 137 strategically chosen words that cover 90% of all situations you will face traveling around the world. Stay until the end, because I will show you something incredible, a real dialogue between a tourist and his friend, where she tells about her trip to Canada using these essential words in a natural and fluent way. You will see in practice how these words work when organized in chunks. Because the word alone is not enough, you need to know how to use them in powerful combinations. And in the first comment of this video, you will find the link to download for free a complete PDF with the 137 words, exemplified in practical phrases for your travels. I will show you how these 137 words, organized in smart chunks, are your passport to total freedom in travels. They are the same words that confident tourists use every day to navigate airports, check in at hotels, order delicious food, and create genuine connections around the world. Before showing you these 137 magic words, I need to tell you a story that will completely change your perspective about English for travel. I met an Argentine woman called Anna who worked as an accountant in Buenos Aires. Always dreamed of backpacking through Europe, but postponed it year after year because she thought her English was not good enough. Anna studied for 3 years, knew how to conjugate verbs perfectly, knew hundreds of words. But when it was time to simulate a simple conversation, she froze completely. Anna had a very common belief among Argentines. She needed to master thousands of words to communicate well in English. She spent hours memorizing huge vocabulary lists, studying words she would probably never use on a trip. Words like sophisticated, magnificent, or extraordinary filled her notebooks. But when she needed to order coffee or ask where the bathroom was, she simply didn't know where to start. One day, Anna discovered something revolutionary that changed everything. Native speakers don't use complex vocabulary in daily life. Actually, they communicate perfectly using a small and strategic set of basic words, but in different ways, in natural and powerful combinations. I'll give you a practical example that opened Anna's eyes. The word get is one of the simplest in English, right? But look at the power of this single word when you understand how to use it in different travel situations. At the airport, Anna learned to say, "Can I get a window seat?" To get a window seat. At the hotel, "How do I get to my room?" To find the room. At the restaurant, "Can I get the menu?" To ask for the menu. And when she was lost in the city, "How do I get to the train station?" To ask for directions, one single word for completely different situations, all solved naturally. Anna realized she didn't need complicated synonyms or fancy expressions. She needed to understand how to use simple words in a smart way. Then Anna developed a brilliant technique of only 15 minutes per day. Every morning before work, she chose one word from our list of 137 and practiced 5 different ways to use it in travel situations. She didn't memorize ready phrases, but created her own combinations. With the word need, for example, she practiced "I need help for emergencies." "I need a taxi for transport." "I need to check out for the hotel. Do you need my passport?" For documentation, Anna need the bill for restaurants. The most interesting thing is that Anna discovered these words work like linguistic Lego pieces. You can combine them in infinite ways to express exactly what you need. The word have became her best friend. Do you have a table for 2? At the restaurant, I have a reservation at the hotel. Do you have Wi-Fi? Anywhere I have a problem when something went wrong, and can I have the check? When paying Dot in only 2 months practicing this technique, Anna felt confident enough to finally take that dream trip. And do you know what happened? She discovered she could communicate perfectly in all situations she faced. Not because she knew English perfectly, but because she mastered the right words in the right combinations. Anna told me the feeling of freedom was indescribable. For the first time, she could ask for help without fear, ask questions without shame, and even start conversations with locals, all because she understood that effective communication is not about impressing with sophisticated vocabulary, but about transmitting your message in a clear and natural way. I'll give you more examples of the power of these simple words. Think about the word where. It seems basic, right? But it solves practically any situation when you are lost or looking for something. Where's the bathroom? Where can I buy tickets? Where do I catch the bus? Where is the nearest ATM? One word, infinite possibilities. Or the word can, which becomes your master key for politeness in English. Can I have a coffee? Can you help me? Can I pay by card? Can you speak slowly? Can I get a receipt? It's incredible how such a simple word can open so many doors in communication. Anna also discovered the power of courtesy words. Please, thank you, excuse me, and sorry are not just polite words. They are bridges that connect you with people. When you say, "Excuse me, can you help me please?" with a smile, people naturally become willing to help. Anna realized that kindness is a universal language that transcends any language barrier. Emergency words also gave Anna enormous security. Knowing how to say, "I need help, where's the hospital? I'm lost, call the police, or I don't feel well," made her feel prepared for any situation. Not that she expected problems, but having these linguistic tools ready brought immense peace of mind. And speaking of peace of mind, words related to money and shopping were fundamental. How much is this? Can I pay by card? Do you have change? Is this the final price? Can I get a discount? Anna discovered that shopping abroad can be fun and safe when you know exactly what to ask. What impresses me most about Anna's story is how she transformed her relationship with English. Before, she saw the language as an impossible mountain to climb. After, she understood it was more like learning to use a new smartphone. You don't need to know all functions, just the essential ones to do what you need. Anna developed so much confidence that she started helping other Argentines on their travels. She told me about an episode in Rome where she found a couple from Buenos Aires completely lost in the subway. They were afraid to ask Italians for directions. Anna approached and said, "Do you need help? I'll show you how easy it is." She spoke to an Italian and said simply, "Excuse me, how do I get to the Colosseum?" The man was super kind and gave perfect directions. The couple was impressed with the simplicity and effectiveness of the approach. That's the magic of these 137 words. They are not just vocabulary, they are tools for human connection. When you master these words and understand how to combine them naturally, you are not just learning English. You are gaining the key to connect with people around the world. And speaking of real connections, now you will hear exactly how these words work in practice. I prepared a dialogue between two friends where Tom tells Julia about his recent trip to Canada. Pay attention to how he naturally uses these essential words in a fluid and effective way, exactly like Anna learned to do.
Tom, how was your trip to Canada? Tell me everything.
Tulia, it was amazing. At first I was nervous, but everything went perfect. When I arrived at the airport in Toronto, I needed to get a taxi to my hotel. I asked, "Excuse me, how much is a taxi to downtown?" The driver was so nice.
And the hotel? Did you check in easily?
Super easy. I went to the reception and said, "Hello, I have a reservation. My name is Tom." The guy was wonderful. He gave me the key and said, "Your room is on the 3rd floor. The elevator's over there. Do you need help with your luggage?" I said, "No, thank you. But can you tell me where I can get breakfast tomorrow morning?"
How cool. And the food? Did you try different things?
Oh my God, yes. Every day I went to different restaurants. My favorite was this small place near my hotel. I always said, "Can I have the menu, please?" And when I didn't know something, I asked, "What do you recommend?" Or, "What's good here?" The waiters were always helpful. One time I said, "I'll have this, but I'm allergic to nuts. Is that okay?" No problem at all.
And to move around the city?
Super easy. I used the subway every day. When I was lost, I asked people, "Excuse me, how do I get to CN Tower?" Or, "Where is the nearest subway station?" Everyone was so kind. One day, I needed to buy a phone card, so I asked, "Where can I get a SIM card?" A nice lady said, "There's a store 2 blocks from here. Go straight, then turn left."
Did you have any problems during the trip?
Just one small thing. My hotel room key stopped working one night. I went to reception and said, "Hi, I have a problem. My key is not working. Can you help me?" They fixed it immediately. Oh, and one day I felt a little sick, so I asked, "Where is the nearest pharmacy?" The hotel staff gave me perfect directions.
And what impressed you most?
The people, definitely. I made friends everywhere. In coffee shops, I would say, "This coffee is delicious. Where are you from?" In parks, when I saw beautiful views, I said, "This place is amazing." People love to talk about their city. I learned so much more than any guidebook could teach me.
Now I understand why you came back so confident.
Exactly. Before this trip, I thought I needed to know everything in English. But now I know that with the right words and phrases, you can do anything. I want to go back next year, maybe to Vancouver this time.
Did you notice the naturalness? Tom used dozens of our 137 essential words in this conversation, always in a fluid and contextualized way. He didn't need complex vocabulary or advanced grammar. He simply combined simple words in a smart way, exactly like Anna learned to do. That's the difference between studying endless vocabulary lists and mastering a strategic set of functional words. Tom didn't memorize ready phrases. He understood how to use these words as building blocks to create his own natural expressions. And here we reach the most important point of everything we talked about today. You just saw in practice how these 137 words completely transformed Tom's travel experience. But I want you to understand something fundamental. This is not just a list of words. It's a complete communication system that will give you total freedom to explore the world. Remember Anna that I told you about at the beginning? Today, she has visited more than 20 countries and became a true ambassador of the 137 words method. She told me something I will never forget. Charlie, I spent years trying to learn English the hard way, memorizing words I would never use. When I discovered these 137 words and how to combine them naturally, it was like someone had given me the key to the whole world. The truth is, you already have more English knowledge than you imagine. The problem was never lack of vocabulary, it was lack of strategy. These 137 words are your strategy. They are the right tools for the right situations, organized so you can use them with total confidence. Think like this. When you travel, you don't take your whole house in the suitcase, right? You carefully choose only the essential, what you really need. That's exactly what we did with these 137 words. They are the essential of English for travel, carefully selected to cover 90% of all situations you will face. And the most incredible thing is that the more you use these words, the more natural they become. It's like driving at first. You think about each movement, but then everything flows automatically. With these 137 words, you will develop natural fluency for travel that will surprise you. Now, here's my extra tip about travel. Always carry a small notebook or use your phone's notepad to write down new words and expressions you hear during the trip. But don't pressure yourself to use complicated words. Always focus on your 137 essential words and expand naturally as you feel confident. The goal of this video is for you to have total understanding that effective communication in travel is not about grammatical perfection or extensive vocabulary. It's about human connection using the right tools. That's why I recommend you watch this video at least twice. The first time, you absorb the concept. The second time, you start to visualize how to apply this to your own travels. And remember, in the first comment of this video, you will find the link to download for free the complete PDF with the 137 words exemplified in practical phrases. This material will be your travel companion, your pocket guide for confident communication in English. If this video inspired you to finally plan that dream trip, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and tell me in the comments what's the next destination you want to explore using these 137 words. I read all comments and love to know about your travel plans. Your voice matters, your experiences matter, and now you have the tools to share them anywhere in the world. No more fear, no more limiting yourself. Your next international adventure is waiting for you, and you are more prepared than you imagine. I'll see you in the next video, where we will continue exploring the world of practical English together. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.